There's an entire continent that hates this one streamer that I'm going to be talking about. This guy is named Johnny Somali. Probably heard of him as the guy who is facing 10 years to life in a South Korean jail right now, but you probably don't know why. Because ultimately, as an American, I didn't know how much history went into this situation until I sat down and did an hour of research. This is something that is so vile and gross coming from an American. We do not claim this guy. He deserves to sit in a cell and pay for his absolute atrocities. And it's not the first time he's done this. He has done this exact thing to the same exact extent to Japan. I've seen clips of him in almost every single Asian country getting deported. Here's the clip of him getting jumped in Japan. You'd think he would have learned his lesson.
Just go, you know. Racist asshole. Y'all racist.
Basically, one of his friends walks up to these people, starts calling them racist and being just all around rude. And so after a while, also, first off, I want to say real quickly, you can't say that they're racist when you have people in your chat right now literally trying to spell out the N-word. Are you stupid? Your own chat is racist. You are racist. You are the racist here. And so this guy gets noticeably upset.
Racist. Hey, racist. Okay. Hey, fuck you, nigga, bitch ass nigga. Fuck you, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah. He's the racist one. Sure, he's the racist one. So he continues to walk up to this guy until it all culminates. Sorry for the lag that is on his stream. And this guy literally knocking out the both of them. 1.
Oh.
2.
Anonymous sent $3 Hiroshima.
I cannot let that message continue playing. There's a talk-to-speech message that ends that clip off. But basically, it is one of the most racist things you can possibly say when you're in Japan talking about the cities that were bombed by America in World War II. You are a terrible person, Johnny Somali. First off, let's get that down. This guy is not a good person. And ultimately, that's not even the thing that got him deported. What got him deported is he was holding up a restaurant with his stream, and they ended up kicking him out and making him leave over a Japanese crime called forcible obstruction of a business in Osaka. So basically, he is just harassing these guys.
My country music. My country music. No music. My country. No music. My country.
So he's doing a very bad Asian accent, and he is just sitting there being a nuisance, being a terrible person, and then he eventually gets kicked out. He eventually gets kicked out and charged with a crime, and because you can't be necessarily charged with a crime like that, you basically just get deported. You get deported, you get kicked back to your own country. Unfortunately, he had to come back to America. I don't want to see him here, but it didn't take long for him to realize that he got a lot of not good looks, but looks on his channel because he did this absolute terrible thing of shutting down a business and calling someone racist in the streets to the point that they knock him out, to where he realized, what if I do this again? What if I do this again? And, what's an easy country to go after? Oh, well, surely I'm going to go after South Korea. So what he does is he goes around in South Korea doing the same thing that he did in Japan. In this video, you are seeing him pour out a bowl of noodles that he bought from a gas station because a lady got mad at him because he was making a mess and being loud. So what he decided to do was make even more of a mess and be even more loud. What is he trying to make a point here? Is he trying to make all Americans look bad in South Korea? I genuinely don't understand the point of this. And this isn't even the worst thing that he's going to be doing. This is just the tip of the iceberg. He just continues to make an absolute mess. Start being an idiot, and it all culminates with, him getting kicked out, obviously.
Shut up, bitch. Police? Call the police, stupid ass bitch. Stupid ass. I didn't even drink here.
He's such an idiot, bro. He's just being rude to people blatantly. And it just gets even worse because the next thing we're going to be talking about is something that he did on a statue that is supposed to commemorate women that were brutalized under the Japanese occupation of South Korea. This is a statue called a peace statue. And I don't know the full experience of this statue, but the one thing I do know from researching is that it is something that holds a lot of weight in South Korea. It is a very important statue. It is a mark of a terrible time that they went through and a mark of something that they would never want to be defiled in any way. And what Johnny Somali chooses to do is this. I can't play the music because I will get copyright struck, but you can just imagine there is a very poppy chorus playing. And so what he decides to do is twerk in front of this statue that is supposed to commemorate women brutalized, making sexual gestures. And then eventually what he ends up doing, sexual gestures, he ends up giving the girl a lap dance. First off, this is supposed to be a minor. This is supposed to be a young girl. I can't even watch this anymore. This is supposed to be a young girl that he is going around and doing this stuff on. First off, it's disgusting to do that to a statue regardless. If there is something that is that important to have a statue after it, you shouldn't be dancing in front of it, especially when you don't know the culture around these people. You shouldn't be doing any of this type of stuff to begin with. But that's when it all culminates with this guy right here. I don't know who this guy's name is, but he is very directly tied to Johnny Somali. And if you watch this video right here, this is him training for something. Clearly training to serve out some street justice to Johnny Somali. First off, I want to say beating people up like this normally does not end well. It doesn't cause people to stop doing things. If anything, it's giving them the attention that they want. But he sits here and he trains to beat up Johnny Somali for a while on a live stream. And that's exactly what he does.
대한민국에서 앞으로 저렇게 소말리 같은 애들 진짜 처리할 거니까.
Obviously, I don't know any Asian language, so I have no clue what he is speaking. But Johnny Somali was attacked and brutalized by this guy. And ultimately, there's not very many cases where I can condone violence, but in anything, I understand the violence. I understand the violence. I understand why this guy chose to do something like this. It makes sense. And ultimately, Johnny Somali will never look the same. That is road burn on his face. This is something that was a long time coming for Johnny Somali, but ultimately, I really don't think it saved anything. The reason why I don't think it saved anything, because here's his apology that is supposed to be his get out of jail free card. You know, you can just apologize for anything you do and it'll just make things better, right? That's how apologies work. You just say, I'm sorry, and then you're suddenly, your slate is wiped clean with the whole population of the United States and the whole world. That's how things work, right? That's how sorry's supposed to work. That's what we're teaching, what we teach, little kids, right? Well, look at this.
Okay, I'll say right now, I want to apologize to the Korean people. I was not aware of the significance of the statue. I was trying to get, you know what I mean? It was just entertainment. Okay, I'll say.
He immediately starts with an excuse. Not, I'm sorry, what I did was wrong. Not, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that thing. No, but I'm sorry, I wasn't aware of the significance. Shut up, bro. We don't care if you weren't aware of the significance. I wasn't aware of the significance, but I wouldn't go and do a lap dance on that girl. It was clearly supposed to be a young girl. And if there is a gold statue erected in the middle of a town, you are going to go twerk on it? I'm not doing that to any American statues, and I think a lot of statues in America are stupid. But what the heck, bro? You clearly learned absolutely zero from your sentencing, from that guy beating you. This is pathetic and wrong. And I hate to see American streamers specifically, because I am both American and I stream, doing stuff to this extent, because it puts a bad name in me. It puts a bad name for me. It puts in that bad name for the streamers that are doing correctly, like Kai Cenat. You know, Kai Cenat's a huge streamer right now. But instead, he's getting of his subathon, where he's donating money to different third world countries to help build schools. We instead focus on these bad cases, these bad guys, these terrible people that sit there and vandalize other countries and get deported from other countries. Johnny Somali deserves the maximum sentence that he can possibly get in this country, and hopefully he never does something like this again. It is not entertainment value. It is just being a delinquent. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and finish off today's video with a verse of the day. This is coming from 2 Corinthians 12:10. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weakness, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. This verse is talking about going through weakness to become stronger. If you'd like to share this verse, please do. If you would ever like to talk about Jesus, message me on Discord. You guys have a blessed day and go share Jesus' love.